Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus, and today I want to talk to you about storing your wood blocks. If you have been a crafter for any length of time, or a stamper for any length of time like I have, then you probably have a collection of wood-mounted blocks that came out before everyone started switching over to the clear mounts and then the polymer and the clear acrylics and all those kind of things. And if you're like me, some of them you're not willing to part with because you still love them. So I wanted to talk to you about storing those. So depending on what manufacturer you started with, I started purchasing from Stampin' Up. They are the ones who created this addiction in me, all because I was invited to that one little party. Anyway, you probably have some sets that look like this. This is just a pile of stamps that came in different packaging sizes. It's the same packaging of clamshells, but they're all different sizes, so that's difficult to store, and it always has been for me. And then, as most of you know, a few years ago they switched over to this kind of packaging, which obviously doesn't match with that kind of packaging. And if you've bought stamps from anyone else, they come in a different kind of packaging. This is Hero Arts, and it just is a cardboard box. So if you want to keep your stuff together, then it's just difficult to manage all of this, which brings me to letting you know that there is an organizational guru who I just adore. Her name is Tiffany, and she has a company called Totally Tiffany. You may be familiar with Scrap Rack. And Totally Tiffany has a two-sided wood stamp storage bag, and basically it's this clear bag so you can see everything in it, and then it has a slide out drawer basically, where you can put all of your stamps in it. She goes through a much better explanation of how to store your things in that. But the long and short of it is that they normally sell for like $15 each, and currently you can get a package of 3 of them on sale for $25 or something like that over at HSN. And I believe they even have free shipping. So if you I'm going to show you the system that I'm going to use right now as I reorganize all of this. But if you have not started, or you don't have these big DVD cases, you might want to go pick some of those up. So that is over at HSN, and the brand is Totally Tiffany. So I will see if I can link it below. I get nothing for telling you this. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. But Totally Tiffany is starting another round of her Go 10, which is her Get Organized in 10 Minutes a Day. Now, I've done this Get Organized challenge a couple of times before, and every time I do it, I get my room a little bit more tidy and organized and functional. I started with her 4-section system in the Scrap Rack, then I moved on to paper, then I moved on to punches, then I've got embossing folders mostly organized, and now I'm moving on to my wood mounted blocks. So if you want to get your room organized, you might want to go over to Facebook and search for the Get Organized Challenge group over there. It's a secret group. Just look for Totally Tiffany, and her business page can help you find it if I have the name wrong. I'll try to link that below as well. But anyway, here's the solution that I came up with. Because I primarily started with Stampin' Up, and I have a huge amount of them, some of which will go away, but some of them won't, because look at this penguin. I still love him. This penguin, I still love him. I'm not getting rid of them. These guys right here, I still think they're usable and wonderful. So anyway, not all of my wooden stamps are going away, and I'm not going to unmount them because sometimes I prefer it to be on a wood mount stamp set. So anyway, let me get these out of the way and I'll show you what I'm doing. So this is an example of one stamp set that came in these DVD boxes, and as you can see, there is a lot of space up here. I could probably, if I had another set like this, I could probably get another one in there. So having these already led me to go onto Amazon and purchase another collection of DVD boxes like this. Oh, this one is actually Stampin' Up. I apologize. This one, like this, it looks exactly like this. So I went ahead and I purchased 25 of them for, I want to say $35 to try them out and see if they would work for me. And they do, so then I've gone back and ordered more. I will link them below in case you're curious. But here is how I am doing this now. Let me show you. So this is originally this set of banners, and once I open it up, you can see that I've also added 2 other sets in here as well. So that's 3 sets that were in those clamshells down to 1 DVD case. Now, obviously, they don't all work like that, but if you made copies of the sticker sheets before you applied them, then you can flip them over and put them right back here in the back. It has the little place, just like the Stampin' Up! Ones do, where you can slide in your information. So for this one, it is called Banner Blast. This one is called Banner Blast. And then I just added this to the edge to let me know that it also has Ciao Baby and Pretty Petites in it. And then down here, I will make a note, again with my label maker, and it will be like Wood Container 1, or Wood, or W001 is actually how I plan to label it. And so then I will go catalog it, which is what's coming this weekend. I'm going away on a girls' weekend, so I'm going to be working on this for the weekend. I will catalog it so that the next time I'm looking for a banner, I'll know to go to case W001 and pull that out. And I will not, Tiffany recommends numbering each of your blocks. Well, that might work for somebody who doesn't have the amount that I do, but for me, I'm not going to do that. I am going to label the case W001, and then each block in here is going to get W001 written on it as well, so that I know that it goes back in this container, but that's the extent of it. I'm not numbering each of them. Then I will make a Xerox of how this is laid out, because as you can see, it's a puzzle that is finely tuned, and I don't want to reinvent the wheel next time. So I will make a Xerox of that, cut it, and put it right in there so that I know exactly where everything goes whenever I use it and put them back. So here is an example. Actually, let me set that one aside. So this is an example of, some of you may remember these. They were called Seaside Sketches. Now, Seaside Sketches does not all fit in one container, nor does Summer by the Sea. So because they're similar, I matched them up in such a way that they are in neighboring boxes. So we have 2 of them here, 4 of them here, 2 of them here. And then I also have the sentiments in here. So on each block, I will write the name of the set that it originally came from in case I ever want to sell it or reference it for whatever reason on a blog post or a YouTube video. But then I will label the block also with W002, W003, W004, and then these 3 will sit next to each other on the shelf. Now, you'll see some purple ones in here. They also match another 2 sets that I have that are right next to it as well. So they didn't all fit, but this is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stamp sets in 4 cases. So it's, I'm not going to lie, it takes a little finagling to get it in there, but this is obviously far easier to store library style on my shelf than this pile right here, because even if I have it on my shelf this way, flat, I mean, so flat like that, the one I want inevitably is on the bottom, and I have to pull them all out. Whereas over here, if I've stored it on my shelf library style, I can just grab the one that I want, take it out, use it, and then put it right back without having to mess with any of its neighbors. So anyway, I'm very excited. This is what I'm doing this weekend. I know you're jealous. Actually, some of you might be, because you know the pain of trying to get to your blocks when you want one, and you know you have it somewhere and you just don't know where it is. So I'm hoping that some of you will join me on the Get Organized Challenge over on the Facebook group. I just think Tiffany is a super clever woman for the way she's come up with solutions for the average crafter that are affordable and high quality. So, of course, even though I'm not using her wood stamp storage, if I hadn't already entered into it with, you know, Stampin' Up! Moving into this style, then I would certainly be using her product. But if you're like me and you're already committed to the Stampin' Up! Style for your wood mount blocks, then you might want to use the link below and go to Amazon. Again, not an affiliate. I am just not a big enough fish in the pond to be an affiliate yet. But I wanted to let you know so that if this is a solution for you as we enter into the new year, maybe you can come along with me. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are having a very happy new year, and I will talk to you soon.